What's up, future millionaires? I'm Mike the Investor, and today we're talking 5 top dividend investing tips to help you on your dividend investing journey to start earning passive income. Now, maybe you're not new to investing, but you want to lock in some of those profits from growth stocks and put them into some dividend positions to start earning passive income. Well, you still came to the right video, so let's dive right into it. Alright, investors, welcome back to the channel. And before diving into these top 5 dividend tips, definitely consider grabbing you some free stocks by using the Robinhood and the Webull link down below. Now, these tips have allowed me to grow my personal dividend income every single month, and this is what you see in front of you today. You can see going all the way back to 2019, and here we are January 2021, and you can see how my dividend income has constantly grew each and every month. And these tips I'm going to share with you is going to show you exactly how to do this for yourself. Now, also, if I show you briefly on this Track Your Dividends dividend tracker that I personally use as well, this is going to show you my personal dividend projected annual income. And you can see this is saying $372. Now, if we divide that among 12 months, that is $31 in dividend income passively that I am receiving. Now, if you want to use this dividend tracker, there is a link down below. It is free to use, so definitely consider checking that out as well. Which now brings me to the first tip. When starting your dividend investing journey, you want to have a plan. Meaning you want to figure out first how much you're going to invest and how often you will invest. So if you're going to invest maybe every week, bi-weekly, or every month, have a plan for that. Secondly, how much are you going to invest? Which let's just say $100. Well, if you're going to invest maybe $100 every single month, have a plan for that. And you also want to have a goal for your plan. And what I mean by that is, how much dividend income do you want to achieve? What is your goal for dividend investing? And that's what your plan should be achieving for you. So if you want to start earning maybe $100 a month or even $500 a month in dividend income, your plan should help you achieve that. Which now brings us to the second tip in dividend investing. And that will be, you want to stay consistent with the plan that you have set out for yourself. And this is how you will achieve whatever goal you have set, because when investing, you have to continue to feed your portfolio to grow that portfolio in growth and in dividend income. Because until you get it to a certain position where it can kind of grow itself, you have to continue to stay consistent and keep investing as often as you have set that plan out. That can be every week, bi-weekly, or every single month, but make sure you're staying consistent on that plan. That now brings us to the third tip for you guys, and that is you never want to chase a dividend yield when investing. Now, every single dividend position that you can invest in, whether it's a stock, a ETF, or a bond that pays a dividend, they all have a dividend yield percentage. The higher the dividend yield, the more they will pay the shareholders for holding their position. Now, that is not always a good thing, because just because a company pays a higher dividend doesn't always make it the best play. So you definitely never want to chase yield, and always try to look at the best investment for you and for the long term if you're trying to build a stable passive income dividend position. Now, that brings us to the fourth point. Now, you guys might be saying, well, Mike, if I can't chase yield and the idea is to invest for cash flow, well, what do I invest in? Well, you want to look at Dividend Kings and Dividend Aristocrats. And if you don't know what that is, let's take a brief look on what Dividend Kings and Dividend Aristocrats are. A Dividend Aristocrat is a company in the S&P 500 that has paid and increased its base dividend every year for at least 25 consecutive years. Now, the S&P 500 index reviews this list and qualifies the company every single year. And these companies also must have a minimum of a $3 billion market cap. Now, a Dividend King has the same criteria, but the only difference is they have been growing their dividend for a minimum of 50 consecutive years or more. So these companies have been through market crashes, they have been through the ups and downs of the stock market, and still continue to pay that dividend and increase it. And this is what you want, because this is how you will get an increase every single year just for holding these companies. And that's how you've seen that dividend snowball that I showed you at the beginning of the video has continued to rise over time. That's with me constantly investing, but that's also with these great companies here that are constantly growing their dividend, which is going to pay me more every year. So now that you know what safe dividend positions to invest in and how to grow that dividend income over time, let's look at some different dividend positions that will help you not only get dividend income, but will help your dividend portfolio grow in growth. And that tip number 5 is you want to look for a high growth dividend yield positions, also known as dividend growth investing. Now these plays are companies like Apple, Microsoft to be exact. And the reason why is these companies are known for high growth bar share price, but they're also going to pay you a dividend as well for holding them. Now their dividend is not going to be as high as like an AT&T, but they're still going to pay you a dividend, and they've also been growing that dividend every single year. For example, Microsoft isn't a dividend aristocrat yet, but they have been growing that dividend for 16 consecutive years, which they are on the verge of becoming a dividend aristocrat. So this is what you want, a company that can not only pay you passive income for holding that company, but you also want them to give you capital appreciation as well, which will also help catapult your portfolio. So those are the top 5 dividend investing tips to grow passive income on your dividend investing journey. These are the tips that I use that have allowed me to get my dividend portfolio up. I don't have the largest portfolio, but it's definitely allowed me to start growing passive income for myself. Now, dividend income is a slower way to grow passive income, but it is definitely a for sure and almost guaranteed way to have passive income coming in for you in the future. Now, if you look at most millionaires today, they have 5 to 7 streams of income that are paying them. And typically one of the top 3 sources they have out of those 5 to 7 is dividend income, because they know they can count on that cash flow to come in every single month. And that is the power of dividend investing. It's not the sexiest, but it is definitely a for sure way to have a passive income source in the future. And if you just look at Warren Buffett, for example, he makes millions and millions of dollars just from dividend income. That is massive there. So you definitely want to look into this, and it's also a good way to kind of hedge your bet when we see a lot of volatility in the stock market, because with growth stocks, you only get money when you sell out at a capital gain. And with dividend companies, regardless if that stock price is down, if you're investing into solid companies like Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Kings, they are still paying that dividend. So you are still getting money on your assets. So definitely consider checking into dividend investing. I love it myself. I do invest in growth stocks, but I am still about 60 to 70% on dividend investing. But that is all I got for you. If you gained some value from this video, definitely consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that like button for me as well, and also share this video out with someone you know so other people can know how to start growing passive income for themselves, because we don't just have to work a 9 to 5. Start growing passive income for yourself right now. I'm Mike the Investor. Remember to stay inspired, stay motivated, always invest in yourself, and I'm out.